Guys, we're starting off this podcast with a lie from Emily. Like, she just told me my hair looked good, and there was like a whole piece.
Okay, like maybe fix like this part.
Yeah, like you're just lying to me. Like, okay, what do I do? Whatever, I don't even care.
Yeah. Hey.
Emily's turning to her camera. Lights, camera, action. Do you feel alive when the cameras are on you?
Yeah, like, you know the Affirmations Instagram page?
Yes.
They posted one the other day that was like, I was born to perform. And I was like, wait, yes. That's
do you
me.
run that page?
I should.
No, Emily, that's actually something I wouldn't be surprised at all if it was actually you. Who do we think it is?
It's some random man. Because sometimes they go live and I'm like, oh, let me see what. And it's a random man in a field.
We might actually know him. Do you remember back in the day when Lindsay had a bunch of like really like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Stop.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
The hippie dippies.
Yeah, like a bunch of like, and they all ran the same Twitters, and I met him, and maybe it's that guy.
Oh,
maybe he's graduated.
Like experience.
Yeah, he was like, yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe it's them. Just a theory.
See, I can't. That's such a dark memory.
Guys, you know what's like really upsetting today? You were about to be in for like such a treat, and you might still be. Like, I think this episode is gonna be great. Okay, also, I'm really all over the place. Just had some New Orleans. I do really loose outlines on Google Docs, and I did the least amount of outline for Emily that I've ever done for an episode because it's really just gonna go all over the place. But this morning when I woke up, it literally said Emily June, and then after that, I'll like write down a few themes that the episode's gonna be about, so I kind of have an idea. All it says is crazy.
And that's just me, baby.
And then I added, after she FaceTimed me and gave a false promise of calling a man off Hinge, she called me. Actually, will you explain at least what we were going to do? What you needed me to do?
We were going to call this guy that I was with a few weeks ago that has two of my favorite rings. Like, two rings that are very special to me. If they were Princess Polly, no offense, Princess Polly, no. I don't care. He can keep them. If they were whatever, no. But these are my two favorite rings. And I left them at his apartment. And I was like, wait, like, oh my God. I jokingly said to him, like, you're going to have to mail them to me. Like, ha ha.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the case because he hasn't talked to me since.
Well, she called me this morning and said, hey, what are you doing after the recording? Like, do you think that we can call this guy and go pick up my rings?
That would be kind of funny.
No, it would be funny. And then I said, yeah, should we just call him on the podcast? And then you're like, oh my God, yeah.
And then I hung up and processed it. And I was like, no.
You were actually the craziest person I know. Like, you would do it normally.
We'll text him after.
Okay, fine.
We'll do a little follow-up on the I Love You So Much Instagram.
Okay, yeah. We'll let them know.
We'll, vlog it.
No, can you please, if you get the rings back, I need a selfie with the rings.
And him.
So, like, you just left the rings there.
Yeah.
On accident. Like, you just happened to leave the two favorite rings that meant a lot to you.
Yeah, I was also very drunk, so
okay.
It was partially... No, it was an accident. I really do think it was. I wasn't fully there. You know, I was at Margaritaville. I was at...
Yeah, what is up with you in Margaritaville?
It's iconic. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah, I would love to go.
Should we randomly go for, like, after this, for, like, a midday?
Well, I have one recording after this.
Oh, damn, you might be a little too turned for Hello Katie XO.
No, we wouldn't have time. She comes right when you leave.
Oh.
I know. Yeah,
well, Margaritaville is like, I just think it's funny. It's like a trolley thing.
Yeah, and like I would love it. We could do a Frozen Marg.
Your Frozen Marg tour. But we don't have time. When do you leave?
Monday.
Oh. We'll plan it.
Okay, we'll figure it out. So apparently we're not calling Crazy Hinge Men, so I'm gonna go off to the next thing on this list. Let's talk about you and your OG YouTube days because I remember watching you way before I had a channel. Like, I remember back in the day, it was like, oh my God, wasn't your wall like green?
My walls were green, yeah.
Yeah, I remember back in the day. Can you give us a little background on your YouTube career? And then when you like ghosted all of us, but now you're back and I really am living for I don't miss a vlog. I really don't.
So I started YouTube in 2010, which is really chaotic because I was literally 14. And I remember naming my channel Sweet Beauty X because I like candy and I like makeup. Like, what a freaking psycho. And then I started posting.
This title is going to be Sweet Beauty X.
Sweet Beauty X. And what's weird is that I didn't have a lot of subscribers, but like for some reason, a lot of people, especially when I post like a viral TikTok, they're like Sweet Beauty X. And I'm like, how do you know me? Like I didn't have millions of followers. But anyways.
Back in the day though, no one did at that time. So like you really were like it was you guys and like Lindsay, like our friends now, like you guys were friends way before. Yeah. That was the group. Like there wasn't anyone that was bigger, I don't think. Yeah. Besides like maybe like Michelle Phan.
It was like Michelle Phan, but we were like the only teenagers doing it. So I did YouTube from when I was 14 to when I was 20 and kind of documented like high school life, like going to prom, all of that.
Songs
going
that
to
were written for you.
The what?
The songs that were written for you.
Okay, Kenzie will never let go of that, please. It's trauma.
I'm not going to talk about it, but like I wish that I could because you're just literally ruining my episode. First, I can't talk about the song, and now I can't call the man off Hinge for your rings.
Well, it was like my high school boyfriend wrote me a song.
It was so sweet.
It was weird.
You loved it at the time.
I thought I was Chrissy Teigen.
No, you really did, and you were.
I was. Yeah. Anyways, so then I did YouTube all through like my first few years of college, and then when I came back to New York, and then I was like, peace, gotta go in 2016.
Yeah.
But then I revamped my channel in quarantine, so it's been a fun year back in the game.
You really did just disappear out of nowhere.
No, I stopped posting on everything.
I know, you were gone.
Like Twitter and Instagram too. I just stopped. But
was there any part of you that missed it? Like, did it feel weird when you stopped posting, or did you just?
No, I really needed it. Like, I think mentally, I just needed a break.
No, that's fair. I'm just being selfish.
I feel like I came back so much better. Like, I'm in so much of a better place than I was when I left. So
no, that's fair. You made the right decision for yourself.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, I love the OG YouTube squad, and I always like I still get comments and meet people that are like, "Oh my God, you like taught me how to do makeup or this and that." I'm like, that's really concerning because I was like literally a child. But thank you so much.
Really concerning. You're actually really good at makeup though. You don't really wear like
I don't really wear makeup anymore, but I went to makeup school. Like I was trying to become a makeup artist in 2015, I want to say. And then I got acne and then I started hating makeup.
So you finished though, right?
Yeah.
Or no.
Yeah, I finished it, but like I was like, no, I can't do makeup.
You have like really crazy stories from that time. You have some. We're gonna get to like crazy stories. Think of some that you feel okay with sharing on the internet. But I don't know how else to describe Emily other than like so chaotic. And I will like, there's nothing that I won't do when I'm with you. And I feel that way normally, but not ever. You're just fun. Like you will just, but you also are so random. Like yesterday on Twitter, I don't even know if it was on Twitter, but it was, yeah. She shares a work laptop with people. And what was it? So that was Zach and Cody.
Like it was the lyrics to the Welcome to the Tipton song, and I had it in the notes app, and then my coworker texted me and was like, haha, was this you? Because like she knew who else would put that there. Yeah, but I was like trying to rewrite the song like for the store that I work at.
So like I need to know like what goes on in your brain.
I don't know, it's scary.
I don't know where these ideas even come from. Like the things that you say, they're so funny, but like how do you even?
It's just damage, babe. Lots of damage. I don't know. Okay. I try to like filter it on the internet because I'm like I seem a little crazy, but that's what people like.
Funny. It's so funny.
And I was like, oh, when I come back to the internet, when I like have my brand, whatever, like I'm gonna be a serious like woman, but that wouldn't be being me. Like at the core, I'm a crazy girl, so I got to share that.
You are a crazy girl.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the brand. I will say it. And like with or without you being like a really good friend of mine, it really is the best cleansing balm ever. I've gotten all of my friends at home when anyone comes over, everyone comes to my house after the bars, and then I'm like, oh, do you guys need to take your makeup off? Okay, I have this for you. And then they all say it's incredible. So yeah, let's talk about that because you had quite a few delays.
Yeah. So I have a brand called Twenties World. It's a skincare brand. I really want to make it more of a lifestyle brand eventually. But basically the whole concept is like personal care for your 20s and beyond, and making that more approachable than other like wellness and personal care brands out there. So the products are basically elevated essentials for your routine. So like better ingredients, packaging, all of that, but still at an approachable price point. I wouldn't say it's affordable because I think affordable means different things to different people, but it's all priced in the $20 range. And I started working on it a few years ago, and then COVID hit right before I was supposed to launch. And so we had a few delays there, a few scammer people.
Yeah, what happened with the scammers?
So my manufacturer was like, oh, we're closed because of COVID. And I was like, okay, sure, I believe you. It was COVID. I didn't know what was going on. And then it was like 6 months later, and I was like, what's happening? You guys need to open. Like, I need to make this product. And they were like, yeah, we're bankrupt, and we don't have your money anymore.
So you lost all of your money?
I lost a lot of money.
How much money did you lose? Like, give me like a ballpark.
5 digits.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing.
5 digits. Oh, am I allowed to curse?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay, so like you can never get that money back, basically.
I'm trying.
Can't you just, well, I guess they don't have any money to give you. How does that work?
I don't know. There's so much, and I could get a lawyer, but like lawyer fees?
Yeah, then it's like, is it even worth it?
It's not. So,
Okay, well, that's horrible.
But anyways, then I found a really great manufacturer, and I made an amazing product, so it all works out.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, perfect. Is it restocked right now?
Yes.
Okay.
So it originally was out of stock. Like, I have a confession. Like, I still had plenty of cleansing balms. I ran out of like all the supplies to get it out.
Okay.
So that's why it was temporarily like not available, but it's back up if you want it. Twentiesworld.com, $24.
It really is a great price point, though. The other ones are like $60, and they're way too like grimy.
Yeah.
And
it's
like detect like the feeling.
Other cleansing balms, yeah, you can get cheaper ones, but they're in plastic, and like ingredient wise, I think I still have to do a lot of education about why it's different ingredient wise, but like there's no fragrance, no polyethylene, which is in a lot of them, which is like a microplastic. I formulated it with like EWG in mind, Sephora Clean, like all that stuff. Not saying that I don't really believe in the clean label for skincare and makeup. I think it's all kind of like marketing. But I was really thoughtful with what went into it.
What does EWG mean?
Environmental Working Group. It's like they rate ingredients
for safety. There's like the apps with it, right?
Yeah. Okay. But like I'm not pushing clean because I don't think anyone our age really cares about that. And clean can mean a million things, so.
Yeah, I've heard that's kind of like sketch.
It is sketch. So we don't use that word over here.
We just have some rumors that we're spreading, and it's sketchy. So what other rumors do you have? Like, what's some crazy things that have been happening to you lately? Like, I want to spice this up.
I don't know if I could say any of it.
I think you can. We can always edit it out. I don't want to give you that option because I feel like you'll make me.
Give me like a category.
I mean, not men recently, I guess. Well, maybe we can tell them about our adventures in New York last time I was here.
Oh yeah, where do we start?
You can take it away.
So we went out. Where did that night start? It wasn't at the Flying Cock. Where were we before that? No, we were at the piano bar.
Oh my God, yeah, we love piano bars, yeah.
But that one wasn't really.
I had a great time though. It was fun.
They were screaming, and Brooke was.
Emily, we were screaming. Yep. What are you talking about? It was us screaming.
We were screaming, but they were screaming too. And I was like, "This doesn't sound great." Like, oh my God, I'm going to dueling pianos tomorrow night at my beach club. I'm so excited. Anyways, so we are at this piano bar. Brooke, we're like trolling them already. We're like, please, like Prince George. Who's that man? Prince Philip?
He just died. It's just like internet humor, guys.
Who's that man? Prince Philip? Prince Philip died, and we were like, you know, like, please, like, we're sad about Prince Philip. Like, play this song.
You had to, like, Venmo them to, like, play your song.
Yeah, and then Brooke didn't Venmo enough money, and they were like...
Which was already, like, $30.
Really, Brooke?
Yeah, and they called her out in front of everyone. Brooke. Something about Brooke is that Brooke is the funniest person ever. But, like, okay, I think... Sometimes we are just a lot for her. Like, it's a lot for her to take in. Mm-hmm. And I think we were just embarrassing her as is. And then the fact that she was the one who Venmoed. And then they said to the entire bar that Brooke was cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like,
I'm sorry, Brooke.
While on the piano, like mid-song, like, okay, Brooke, I see your request, but $10. Nope.
It wasn't enough.
So anyways, we had some margs there. And then we went, did we go anywhere in between?
No, I don't know.
We went to the Flying Cock. I got turned at the Flying Cock. I don't know about you guys, but I was like borderline. Like I watched videos the next day and I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
And then we were on the street, like outside of the restaurant, and I saw this man.
Oh my God, I forgot about
this. And I was like, you're from Hinge, right? And he was like, yeah. Never seen him in my life.
You told him that you're like, oh my God, I think you match with my friend Brooke on Hinge. Which makes it so much worse for Brooke.
Brooke's like, come on.
Yeah. No, this is what you did. You look, we're all standing there, just normally talking like we're about to go home, right? You turn to Brooke and you say, Brooke, don't get mad. Before you even finish mad, you run off to these guys and then you say, oh my God, you matched with my friend Brooke on Hinge.
Yeah.
Okay, so continue.
So then he's like, yeah, man, like, how are you? We were just FaceTiming. And I was like, yeah, sure. Can we come over? Or like something happened. And then we ended up going to their apartment. Apparently their apartment building is like the Murray Hill, like, apartment building on TikTok. They're like, oh, they live there.
Oh, really?
Red flag. Yeah.
Oh.
So we walked to their apartment. And then, like, we just have a bunch of pictures of me, like, in different places of their apartment, like in their bathroom.
Oh, we had a photo shoot.
With the Theragun?
Yeah.
Yeah, that, the Minion.
Oh, she started working out. There was, like, weights and stuff.
Started lifting weights. And then they were like, all right, like, you ready to drink and hang out? And I was like, yeah, we got to go. Then we went to Taco Bell.
Yeah. So we really, like, we did the thing. We were in and out of there, trolling the entire time. We, like, one of them had one of those, like, I don't know what flag he had. I don't remember. Like, kind of like a Saturdays for the boys kind of vibe of a flag. Mm-hmm. We took a photo in front of that. And
multiple flags.
Yeah, they had a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was a really good time. You know what I wish, and I think this is going to be the next thing, but like vlogging on podcasting. I think that there's going to be podcast, and I'm sure there already are. I'm sure like what I'm saying is stupid and they already exist. But I think that that's going to be the next thing. And
wait, what do you mean?
Like people are going to vlog, but like audio throughout the night somehow, and it's going to end up being basically a podcast vlog, right?
I think that's my worst nightmare, hearing me throughout my night. I would be screaming. I would be screaming.
Yeah, but I do think it's the next thing, and I'm just saying that would have been that would have been the night to do it.
Yeah.
And then we went to Taco Bell, and like that was it.
We went to Taco Bell, and then I made a TikTok being like, what was the text? It was like something about Murray Hill Apartments, and then I posted all the pictures from that night, and then the guy ended up commenting, and now I'm friends with one of them on Instagram.
No, the fact that you just said you're friends with someone on Instagram like makes you sound 40, by the way. But also, you stole the plates that night too, and then Emily like literally thinks that she's going to hell because she stole plates from this place.
Yeah, like I do really stupid things, and then I get really anxious.
Yeah. And
like my anxiety after just a simple happy really
hour.
Bad.
Like the next day, even just getting dinner with a friend recently, the next day I'm like, oh my God, I probably said way too much, or like I've never been like that, but now I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh God, I'm going to jail. Like I thought I was going to jail because of the plates. I still have them. I plan on returning them.
Well, you told me you were going to return them like 3 months ago.
Probably like 6 months at
Have
this
you
point.
used them?
No.
So they just, where are they sitting? Like give me a visual.
They're sitting in my cabinet. And next time I go near the Flying Cock, I'll stop in and drop them off.
Also, there are these bartenders at these restaurants, the Horny Round and the Flying Cock. They're owned by the same people. I know it's probably shocking. And we just love them.
It's the Irish bartenders of New York City. Like they're the hidden gems of the city.
They really
like,
are.
I
They're
have
so
my
pure.
I have my local Irish bartender, Finone. Shout out Finone. And I will DM him and be like, "Yo, what's the schedule?" Like imagine just being an innocent Irish man going to work and getting a DM like, "Yo, what's the schedule?" And he hooks it up.
He probably loves that though.
Yeah,
I think he lives for the attention.
Mm-hmm. And he's in my TikToks too.
Wait, which? Oh, you're right. But he doesn't want to be in them.
No.
Okay. How do you handle that? Like, it's not, you just do it anyways.
Well, I'm just like, do you care? And he's like, it's fine, I guess.
So he doesn't say no.
We try to DM, and there's like a cultural barrier there because the Irish lingo, he'll be like, okay, sound. And I'm like, sound? He's like, that means cool.
And then you probably say things like,
yeah, of course.
You probably start trying to sing like the Sweet Life Zach and Cody theme song, and that's not really a cultural barrier. That's just like he's just not going to get it.
Culture shock, fully.
Yeah,
for both parties.
For both parties, and I really understand his. Mm-hmm. I don't feel that way. Like I think that you and Brooke are probably the funniest people that I know.
Thanks.
Different humor, but like really funny. So I hope if they don't get it, they're just like I feel bad for them.
Yeah, like you're missing out.
Yeah.
But we love Finone. He's great.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. What's like your day-to-day in New York? Like, where do you go?
I don't leave so I work really close to where I live. I'm not going to say where, but I work at like a store. And I don't really leave that area. Like when I come to see you, I'm like, oh my God, I live in New York City because I just stay on the Upper East Side. But day to day, I basically just work all day, honestly. It's not that fun.
You like don't want to go anywhere in New York City?
Oh, and then on the weekends I'll go out, but during the week I'm very strict with myself. I gotta work. And I work, like, I know we try not to, like, hustle culture, but I work every day.
Okay. Let's talk about your favorite city in the world, Los Angeles. I know how much you love it, so, like, yeah, just go on about. Let's hear it.
Oh my God, LA is so amazing. Like everyone is so like real with you, you know, and like you don't even need a car.
Yeah. No.
It's so
Do you have
easy.
your license?
No.
Yeah, so that's not for you.
Yeah, I lived in LA for how long? 2 years, and then I went
you
back.
Went back for like
But were we friends when I moved back? I don't think so.
I don't think you really saw anyone. You weren't even on YouTube. You didn't really see anyone besides probably like Drew.
No, I didn't even see Drew. Yeah. I was so depressed that we joke about it. We lived 7 minutes away from each other and we hung out twice.
Okay, you didn't see anyone.
No.
I remember us texting. Like I knew that we like talked.
And then I saw you at Lloyd.
Oh my God, yeah.
Who were you with? Was it TK?
Oh my God, it probably was. Yeah, because we used to go work at Lloyd. Oh my God, that place closed. I forgot about it.
Yeah, R.I.P.
They're back to that.
But yeah, I lived in LA for 3 years. Not at the same time, though. Not in a row.
Did you like your FITM experience?
I did. I feel like I probably wouldn't have survived at another college. FITM was perfect for me, and I got to major in what I really like. So, I mean, yeah, it's expensive, and there's some things that I would change. But overall, I mean...
TK loves it, too.
Yeah.
Lindsay liked it pretty much for the most part.
Yeah. And, like, we were able to go do our work, still work outside of school. You meet cool people. You're not going to get like that typical college experience at all, but I don't think I would be able to handle that.
Imagine you in a sorority.
No.
Imagine me in a sorority. I couldn't do it either. I would be more likely than you, but I couldn't do it.
I could see you as a sorority girl.
Growing up though, I never wanted a normal university experience or to rush ever. But I think if I would have gone to a normal school, I would have been like pressured into it because literally all of my friends did.
Yeah.
But even now, they're like, there's no way you would have. I couldn't do that. Like, oh my God, Alabama Rush TikTok. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Rush.
I live for it, but that looks like my own personal hell. Mm-hmm. I could never, ever, ever, ever do it.
I admire it.
No, I think it's cool. And I actually totally get it. But like when Brooke was doing it, I felt like that was like still intense.
Yeah.
Maybe not at the time, but like that, I feel like, okay, more manageable. I look at it now. Oh my God. Is that like it everywhere else? Like, what do you even do?
I don't know, but like I hear sorority like horror stories and I'm like, thank God I never was anywhere near that.
I wouldn't have survived.
The closest thing I had to that was like the USC frat party here and there.
I frequented those.
Yeah. Those were dark.
People literally in my first year of LA thought that I went, like the people at USC thought I went to USC. I was also dating someone who went to USC, so like I was just friends with all of them. But that is how often I was at frat parties at USC.
Wait, Justin went to USC?
Oh my God. No, this is actually, yes, but this is a different guy.
Oh, really? So. Okay. I just had to throw that in there.
You know what? Okay, I deserve it after the song.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
No, you really just threw yourself off there. USC parties.
Oh, well, LA parties. Were you in that LA house party phase where like we would go
the federal?
No,
like
more like Janoskian.
Oh, no, I didn't do that.
Because that was my college experience, like Janoskian and O2L parties.
I went to a few, but I mainly was in like the frat party. That was when I had just moved there and I was going to like all the frat parties and stuff.
Interesting times. Like literally the furthest thing from normal. But if I could redo my life, I would go to University of Austin, Texas.
University of Texas.
Sorry.
Austin.
I don't know anything.
I don't think it's out Austin. Yeah, I think that would be good for you. If I were to go to any like school in Texas, that's where I would have wanted to go. Like looking back on it, I kind of wish that I would have just done, I don't actually wish I would have done a normal college experience. I don't think I would have liked it. Mm-hmm. But now that I'm in Dallas with all my friends who have all their like normal friends from college and stuff, I'm like, oh, but I'm like, it sounds appealing then. And I'm like, oh, I kind of wish.
Yeah.
But then I think about it and I know that I would have been miserable.
Yeah, and we still had a cool experience. The only thing is that I never learned how to drink.
Okay, because it was just so much at once?
No, because I didn't have that, like, normal college party experience. So, like, I never learned how to, like, handle my alcohol.
But
like, shotgunning? Never.
Oh, okay. Well, I learned that in high school. But that's like a Texas
Maybe
thing.
I'm just a loser.
No, but I think my thing with it is that you, even compared to my friends who were just at normal colleges, like we were drinking way more in LA at other parties and also at USC than they even were. Like
Really?
Yes. But also it's because like, especially at USC, like half of everyone's parents are like rich and famous. So like everyone was someone, like my first friend I met there has like a very, very famous father. But the first guy I met has like a very like well-known like a very famous father. And I have never in my life seen more alcohol in a college apartment because it had just been like completely stocked right then. It was just like I don't know, I think that LA operates in extremes. It's either really, really good or it's really, really bad and there's no in between, but you kind of live in the in between and it's really depressing, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's very isolating.
It's so isolating, my God.
It was
and
really
like
awful.
Whoever your crew is, like that's your crew. It's very hard to get outside of that. But you know, I loved my LA squad the first time. The second time I didn't really have a squad.
Yeah. I still love all those people though. How did you get out of like when you talk about being so miserable and depressed, like what did you do to get out of that?
It took a really long time. Like I feel like I completely lost my personality. But
horrible.
something I realized, and this might sound weird, is just like doing things that your younger self really liked, like before work mattered or what other people thought. Like what did you really like when you were, I don't know, 13? Like I like who I was at 13 more than I liked who I was at 19 because I think I just wanted to please other people or like try to fit in or try to like become some, like you said, extreme version of myself that wasn't me at all. And I think a lot of time alone to really figure out, you know, like what I like and who I am. I stopped posting on social media, which I feel like really helped because I didn't have to live for anyone else or like try to put on a show. And just like, honestly, I think it's all in your daily routine and really just kind of crafting a healthy habits for myself and things like that. But
what were some of the habits that you did?
Just like literally the simplest things, like waking up at a certain time and like getting out of bed in the morning. Like there were days where I wouldn't even want to like wake up or like get out of bed because I was like, oh my God, I have to do this again.
Yeah.
And just like learning to cook for myself and, you know, getting a certain job or like doing things like that so that my day, there was little things in it that I could look forward to and that I could stick to. And so it's not an overnight process. I thought it would be. But after a few years, you know, we good.
Yeah, I do think a lot of it is just in your daily habits, though.
Mm-hmm. Which sounds so silly. It's like, oh my God, like you were so sad and like hated yourself. And then that's what it took. And obviously there's more to that. But yeah, I think it's like really underestimated what you do every day can do for you.
I agree. You're also, I mean, to me, like a really stable person. And when
Really?
and you're not going to agree with this. I knew that was going to be your reaction. But I think about like what I'm comparing that to is people who find their identity in what they do in their job. And even kind of what we were talking about when we got breakfast this morning. It's like, I don't know. I just think that some, like people really do fully find their identity in what they do. And I think I've fallen into that before. I think a lot of us have. But you really are just like your own person. And it's like, but I also do this, you know? Like how, I don't even know like the question to ask with that. But like, I think, granted, I think a lot of it is in LA versus it's like a city thing. Mm-hmm. But how do you just kind of separate the two?
My jobs and stuff like that? What
yeah,
do you mean?
not even just not finding your identity in like your like occupation.
Well, I have so many other things outside of work that I love. Like work is such a huge part of my life. Like I said, I work all the time. But, you know, I have other things that it's kind of hard because I feel like I don't really have hobbies right now because I have like a job and then I'm trying to like run this business and it's like I don't have time to do something for fun. But I also think that break off of social media helped me to like do things without having to share every single thing and just finding like a healthy boundary there. But yeah, work, I mean, I really like I've worked multiple jobs after I stopped YouTube and I like it. I mean, people could look at it and be like, oh, like, why wouldn't you try to pursue this? But I like having coworkers and having like a boss. It's something that I think also has really helped me mentally. Like I have coworkers right now for the first time in 4 years and I'm obsessed with them.
Yeah, like I'm jealous of that.
Yeah.
And I'm jealous of like the structure and the routine that it has.
And it's not ideal. Like, yeah, I would like to be doing other things or like working on my business full time, but I like getting up, having somewhere to go. And I think you learn how to like work with people, you know, like at all of your jobs, you kind of learn skills that will help you down the road and kind of just like make you a better person.
When you start a business like yours, what's the first thing you do? Like, how do you even like do you just talk to like find people in your space and call them and ask them questions, or like how do you even make the product? Like I'm like, how? I have no idea.
Yeah, so I started it. It was a class project.
Oh.
Yeah, in my senior year of FITM, senior year, like my third quarter. I don't even know what it's called. And we had a creativity and business class. And so I was like, oh, let me like try to like make a real business plan. And it was called something else at first. But then after I submitted it, I was like, oh, let me call it 20s. And this was literally fall 2018. So it was a long time ago. And then I just really baby steps over the years. Like I was still working, I was doing other things, but I would just use my connections, but also like Google stuff, make cold calls. But I think the first thing I did was file the trademark.
Okay. That's actually really cool. Mm-hmm. I like the idea.
Yeah, file the trademark.
You should, well, I mean, I like the idea of like it coming from a class project.
Yeah.
You should like say that on TikTok.
That it was my class project.
Yeah, you should like tell the story on TikTok. That
yeah,
could, like,
I really need to get the TikTok.
I mean,
game
FITM will
up.
be like right on that.
FITM.
They will love that.
FITM would love that.
They
but
would.
yeah, it literally was. It was called something else. I forgot what it was called. And then literally after I submitted it, I was like, let me call it 20s.
It's perfect.
Yeah, but then I couldn't trademark just 20s, so it's 20s world.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Hinge, because I know it's also your favorite topic. Emily lives for Hinge. Yeah.
Well, I use it in a trolly way.
No, and that's
deleted.
why it's so funny.
It's deleted from my phone now.
Yeah. When did you delete it, though?
When I ran out of storage. Like, I kind of had to delete it maybe like 4 months ago.
Okay, but like when you're on Hinge, what makes you swipe right on someone?
Obviously, like, if they're hot.
Okay, but like, what's something random on a Hinge profile?
Oh, funny prompt. Funny
Okay.
prompt. Like, if I'm looking at your Hinge profile and it's like, oh, my ideal date is pizza and a movie. Bye.
Not funny.
No, I need to laugh. I need
Okay.
to be doubled over laughing at your Hinge profile in order to swipe. I'm trying to think what else. Or if they're like too cool. You know, like the Brooklyn artsy boy, scary profiles.
That's what Dom lives for, by the
No,
way.
no.
She wants as artsy as possible and as like, yeah.
No. They're not nice.
No, and I'm also like, I don't know if that's like safe. Like something about it just seems like so off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we should talk to her about that. I've tried to get through to her, but it's not happening.
So right now I'm into like Southern guys or like just like finance bros, finance bro fall.
Finance bro fall. Mm-hmm. Okay, you should really talk about that on TikTok as well. Mm-hmm. Like this will do very well.
So you have to give me an outline of everything I need to post on TikTok.
I will. I'm
Please.
so good at it for other people.
Please.
I'm really good at it for other people.
You're good for it for you too.
Yeah, I guess, but like finance bro fall, it's perfect. Like I have like good catchy things and I'm like, oh, they're viral, done. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then for myself, I'm like, anyways, I don't know. You know?
No, you're good.
I want you to meet a Texas man. Like you would be so happy.
I need just 4 days in Texas and I feel like I could have a ring.
Okay. This is the other thing that you all should know about Emily and I is we actually don't like dating. We would just prefer to be like walking down the aisle. Uh-huh. And not in the way that when we meet you we want to like marry you. Not in the way we're not those girls. It's just we would actually prefer to just like I want to be like black out the dating part of my mind. I just want to fast forward to when I'm married. You know?
Like open to arranged marriage.
You know, that gets such a bad rep, but I'm so
Normalize
jealous.
it.
Normalize arranged marriage. That actually sounds incredible. Do you know how much pressure that takes off you?
Like if my parents were like, oh, here's a cowboy, I'd be like, yeehaw, let's go to the aisle. Yeehaw to the aisle.
So like what would you do if there was like a Texas man? Would you move or would you make it?
Yeah, I would move. Sorry.
So quick. How do you feel about New York? Are you not into New York?
I love New York, but I'm just like, oh my God, a Texas man would... I'm not going to say fix all my problems, but like, come on, that would be so fun.
Quite a few of them.
But I've talked to TK about this. Like, I want a Texas man, and I'm like the extra wife, you know? I'm the wife that the family's like, oh God, she's coming for Thanksgiving.
You're going to be like the really fun aunt.
Oh, I'm going to be, yeah.
Yeah.
And like really extra. Like, I'm going to show up and be like kitten, fluffy heels, things like that.
Uh-huh. I get that.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
But no, I would be so down to move to Austin, Texas.
I think that would just be perfect. And it's like so close to me.
But the only thing is, so close. We could like, oh my God, yeah.
So fun.
But then I would have to get a driver's license. So
we can work on that though. I will teach you how to drive. Oh my God, we can make that a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Teaching Emily and June how to drive.
Yeah. I actually should come to Texas for like a weekend.
Yeah, and I'll teach you how to drive. Well, you need to for Drew's show. We actually need to coordinate that. We should have done that at breakfast.
Oh.
It's in November.
Okay.
We're getting a party bus and we're going to Billy Bob's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really important that you come.
Okay.
We already talked about it, so.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I think that a Texas man would really cure some of your problems. Emily, like, wants to be walking down the street, pushing a stroller with a baby in it, like, quite literally, like, 2 years ago. Like, she wants to be married with the baby. She doesn't even, it's not even the marriage part she cares about. She wants the baby.
Like, the baby, I'm not going to say her name, but I already have my baby's name planned, but we'll, like, talk about her as if she's real. I don't know if that's bad luck.
No, I don't think so. I think in certain cultures. Like, if you were Jewish, that would be considered bad luck, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well.
But you're not Jewish, right?
Yeah, no. But I'm like, am I? No.
Maybe.
But I just really want a baby. You see Taylor's baby? Amadeo.
Oh my God.
Oh my
The cutest baby on Instagram. Cutest mother on Instagram.
Hottest mom in the game.
She's one of those people that I never say her just one name. I say her first name, last name. So whenever you say Taylor, I'm like, what? And then I'm like, oh, same person. But yeah. So like when you have said baby, like what's the first thing you're going to do? Like actually paint the picture for your ideal life. Like I'm really curious. Be specific.
Should I manifest right now?
Yeah, let's manifest on the podcast.
Okay. So if I'm not in Texas, I'm still on the Upper East Side.
Okay.
And I have a beautiful apartment and like a really stable marriage. You know, I'm probably like a little much for him, but it's okay. Then I have a baby or two. I don't know. This is the first baby though. Mm-hmm. I'm still young, you know, and the baby is just like this princess. Do you follow Annie Lawless?
No.
Oh my God, you need to because she is who I want to be.
Okay.
She has the makeup line Lawless.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
And just like the way she goes above and beyond for this baby is everything. And there was a period of my life where I was like, I don't know if I want to have kids, but I can't believe I even ever thought like that.
Oh my gosh, they're really cute.
Yeah, look up at Annie Lawless on Instagram.
Guys, yeah, this is what your life needs to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like when you're dating, like, do you explain to the guy that like you want a baby yesterday, or do you just kind of like hold on?
Sometimes, like at a bar, I'll be like, I want a baby, and they're like, okay, you need to calm down.
And then like, does it work out after that, or
no? So we need to find another strategy. But
so, how long do you want to date someone until you get married?
Like 2 years.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say 2 weeks.
Okay, Chloe and Lamar.
Oh my God.
But that didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't.
Or Kim and Kanye. Or Chris Humphries. What's his name?
Kim and Chris Humphries. I saw him one time in West Hollywood.
That's hot.
I was like, wait. And then I think I was with Dom or TK. And they were like, you know who that is? And I said no. And then I knew after. But
wait, how long would you date someone? But you're not looking for marriage now.
No, but I'm not going to date someone unless I see like a future. A year and a half, 2 years probably.
So we could be married in 2 years.
Emily, like, I don't think that I'll be. I can't even picture myself having feelings for someone. Like, that's how, like, emotionally I think either.
No, I'm closed off, too. Like, I'm all talk.
But I also think, I was talking about this week, and I think I've already talked about this on the podcast. I'm either really in a really healthy place and really content and just really don't need that, which I actually feel like that's where I'm at, or I'm just so emotionally jaded and closed off. But I did this like exercise with my therapist, and then she told me that I was actually emotionally healthy, which is what I'm going to choose to believe.
Well,
but
that's good.
There is a chance that it's the other one, and like maybe she's wrong.
No, but she's a therapist. Like, I don't even go to therapy, so don't listen to anything that I say. I probably need it the most out of all of us.
BetterHelp.com.
BetterHelp.com/Emily June. Make it a thing.
I think mine's / I love you. You can use mine.
You have a code?
Yeah, I work with them.
Damn.
I go to therapy every single week.
I'm going to therapy tonight.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on. Where can they find you and your brand?
So you can find me at @EmilyJune_ on Twitter and Instagram because I love Twitter. Justice for Twitter.
Justice for Twitter. I get on Twitter for you and Brooke.
Oh, thank you. And then my TikTok is Emily June with 5 E's at the end. And then the brand is 20s World, 20sworld.com @20sworld.
Love that. Thank you.
Thank you.